Final Four weekend coming to a close right now with Michigan and UConn competing for the national championship over at Lucas Oil Stadium. It has been 4 days filled with fans, parties, concerts, and of course, plenty of college basketball. Thanks for inviting us in on this Monday night. It's 11 o'clock. Logan Gay joins us live from Georgia Street tonight, where the final tip-off tailgate is wrapping up. So Logan, what's it been like out there for you?
Hey, Scott, well, we all know that for the whole weekend, Georgia Street has been slammed with people. And up until game time, this whole area was slammed. And then when the game started, people with tickets left. And this is all that's left. And honestly, it's a vibe out here, Scott. I mean, these are some of the people who don't have tickets. But, I mean, honestly, they have some of the best seats in the house, I think. There's a big screen TV where they can watch the game. Earlier, they were doing the electric slide during breaks. There's also all kinds of activations like Coca-Cola. They can get some free Coca-Cola drinks, and they can play basketball during the commercial breaks. There's also giveaways and free Shaq candy. I mean, does it even get even better than this? So if you don't have tickets, this is the place to be. And more than 70,000 fans have come to Indianapolis just for this big game. And you know what? We're still waiting to know who's going to win. It's been a very close game. There's been a lot of excitement and energy here, but there's one thing I do know after talking with fans: Indianapolis is the real winner tonight.
This is actually my first time being here during this whole thing, so I was like super impressed with all the festivities that were out there. I was super pumped for it.
They bringing it to the city, bringing us attention. It's long overdue for sure. But as you see, we can put on for the city and put on for tourists too that come to the city. Indy's real nice. So y'all do need to come back.
Yes, so many Hoosiers are proud to be here and call Indy home just because of activations like this. And even some fans I spoke with decided to extend their stays just because they're having a great time and they just want to enjoy the game, even if they don't have tickets to this game. So, Scott, there's still a lot of excitement to go and some game to go. And when you come back, hopefully we'll have more. And, yeah, we'll have more fans to speak to. Scott,
all right, Logan.
You.
You had a fun assignment tonight. We'll check back in a little bit. Well, Dom and Eli are at Lucas Oil Stadium covering the championship game for us. They'll have all your highlights and post-game reaction starting at 4 o'clock tomorrow morning on Sunrise. Well, Final Four weekend is in the books, and now the focus turns to cleaning it up. Indiana Sports Corp is hitting the ground running. Everything fans got to see and enjoy, from the Fan Fest to tip-off tailgate and, of course, March Madness Music Festival, will now be donated to local nonprofits. The goal? To prevent waste and reduce the environmental impact while maximizing the benefits of hosting a big event like this one.
So it's not just like come in and then it all goes away and then you felt like, yeah, we got the economic impact, but like what's the lasting impact on that? And we have a lasting impact being able to do the.
So if you've got an organization that's interested in receiving donations, please reach out to the Indiana Sports Corp. The group is also sharing its sustainability plan with future Final Four host cities. Well, we had a beautiful day as fans were making their way into Lucas Oil Stadium. It's going to be a little colder as they get out, isn't it?
Yeah, so hopefully they wore the sweatshirt of the team they love.
Of course.
And walk quickly because
yeah, right.
Temperatures are already dropping. Most of us down into the 40s right now. In Indianapolis, under clear skies, we have 45. 41 in Kokomo, 42 Muncie, and 46 degrees in Columbus. Skies are clear. Temperatures will continue to drop. Upper 20s and low 30s, cold enough for a freeze warning. Everyone highlighted here in purple under that freeze warning, from 29 in Lafayette and Richmond, Muncie as well, to 32 in Indianapolis early tomorrow. So grab the coat. You're going to need it as you head out the door on a Tuesday morning. Temperatures are really going to struggle most of the day. Despite the sunshine, we're only going to be in the upper 30s, close to 40 at noon. High temperatures tomorrow afternoon in the upper 40s, but we've got another warm up on the way. I'll have a look ahead in a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit, Angela. Thanks. Tonight's City County Council meeting began with a prayer after one of its own woke up to the sound of gunfire. That councilor tonight and his son are okay, but they told our Alex Amanza it is a growing reality facing those in public office.
For the first time since gunfire ripped through his home, Indianapolis Councilor Ron Gibson is speaking on camera for the first time, saying that he's grateful those bullets didn't hit him or his son.
Father, bring a spirit of care into this room. And let us look beyond tonight's agenda and remember the people behind every decision we make.
It was supposed to be a normal council meeting.
We pray with you. We pray for you.
For Councilor Gibson, it's probably the only normal part of what's been an abnormal day.
We've got to do a better job of not getting so upset that it leads to violence.
Gibson says about 15 gunshots were fired through his front door just before 1 a.m. The sound of shattering glass woke him up, but at first he says he thought nothing of it because it was so dark out. It wasn't until the sun came up when he noticed bullet holes.
I was shocked. I was scared. I was frightened. But I knew I couldn't scare my son, so I got him off to school before I called IMPD.
Amongst the shattered glass, this written note in a plastic bag that reads, "No data centers." A clear callback to last week's Metro Development vote that approved a data center in Gibson's district. Many residents are taking to social media to justify the shooting. Comments like, quote, "Actions have consequences, Councilor." Others questioning the authenticity, like this comment, quote, "Sounds fake." Republican Minority Leader Brian Mowry calls the discourse, quote, "disgusting."
He has his young son that was asleep in the house at the time. To think that even anyone would fathom that he would be able to do that is a terrible thing to say. I don't understand where people come from with that.
As for Gibson's message to the shooter,
well, my faith calls me to forgive. I'm a Christian, so I must forgive. I would just ask him why. And my son was at home, so that says a lot about his humanity or her humanity. I don't know if it's a male or female. I don't know who it is, but I would just want to know why.
Councilor Ron Gibson says that he's never had cameras at his home, but after today, he's looking to get some installed. In Indianapolis, Alex Almanza, 13 News.
So far, there have been no arrests in connection with that shooting. IMPD and the FBI are investigating tonight. If you've got any information about that shooting, please call police. Well, tonight, IMPD is sharing concerns about vigilante groups trying to confront child predators. IMPD responded after a video posted on social media showed a man admitting to possessing child porn even after police showed up, but the guy was not arrested. IMPD released a lengthy statement saying, while we need community members to speak up and notify us of criminal activity, we also need to be clear. Law enforcement agencies cannot use vigilante gathered information to make an arrest. So we talked to a deputy prosecutor today from another county who trains child sex crime investigators.
We're unsure of the source of the information that we are receiving. And so we don't know what conversations have been had before someone arrives at a guy's door and starts to call him a pedophile or accuse him of other crimes. And we're not sure if that information that has been handed over to that point was legally obtained.
IMPD says a police report was taken and a detective has now been assigned to investigate further. Here's a look at the other stories we're following tonight. Lafayette police are searching for a person of interest after a shooting that left a man in critical condition. Police say 37-year-old Adam McDaniel should be considered armed and dangerous. They believe he's driving a Ford F-150 with a license plate number TK8720AA. We just learned the identity of a man shot and killed over the weekend. Police found 30-year-old Tyrone McCoy Saturday in an alley near Lyndhurst and Manhattan Avenue. He died at the hospital. So far, police have not shared any information about suspects or arrests. A mother was just sentenced to 16 years in prison for the death of her 7-year-old son. Kirsten Bowers pleaded guilty to neglect of a dependent, resulting in death. Her son, David Bowers Jr., died after their house caught fire last June. Indy DPW just wrapped up several strip patching projects across our city. Tonight, the southbound lane of Fall Creek is back open between 71st and 79th now that crews have completed their work. DPW also wrapped up another strip patching project along 71st Street between Shadeland and Johnson Road. The agency says several other crews are still working on other road repairs, so be careful while driving around them. The Carmel Chris Kindle Market just announced its dates and hours for 2026. The popular holiday market returns November 21st and runs through Christmas Eve. The 21 and up preview event is November 19th. Tickets will be available later this year. The market will be open Wednesday through Sunday. We've got the full breakdown of the hours right now over on WTHR.com. Remember, you can find all of our latest local stories streaming anytime. Just scan this QR code on your screen. Today, Indiana Governor Mike Braun signed a new law overhauling how utility companies are regulated. So this new law ties rate increases to the company's affordability and reliability. So starting July 1st, if a utility wants to change rates, it has to file a rate plan that covers 3 years. Those requests will be decided based on how customer bills measure up against inflation and how quickly the company restores power if it's knocked out. Governor Mike Braun calls that a big step forward to improve affordability.
The private sector forces of market competition and financial accountability are working to keep costs down for Hoosier families.
Generally, what we do like about it is it's sort of an acknowledgement that how we've been doing things isn't working. So we're going to try something different.
Other parts of that new law establish low-income assistance programs and new protections against shutting off power if bills are not paid.
It's going to be a chilly Tuesday. Highs tomorrow only near 50, but there are some 70s in the 7-day.
Did you know UConn star and Greenfield native Braylon Mullins grew up rooting for Michigan? Still ahead tonight, his family shares which team they chose to root for in tonight's championship game.
And we've been hanging out with UConn and Michigan fans who have been watching the game from different locations outside of Lucas Oil. Coming up, I have more about why they said they don't need tickets. They're right where they want to be.